At the Season 5 premiere of Stranger Things, emotions were running high as fans, cast members, and creators gathered to celebrate the monumental conclusion of one of the most beloved shows in modern television history. But one familiar face stood out among the crowd: Shannon Purser, the actress whose portrayal of the unforgettable Barb Holland in Season 1 left a mark that would forever change pop culture. Speaking exclusively with Denny Directo from USA Pulse's, Shannon opened up about Barb's profound legacy, her personal journey since the show's debut, and how Stranger Things changed her life in ways she never could have imagined. As the lights of the red carpet glistened and nostalgia filled the air, Denny Directo began by acknowledging what everyone was thinking. You can't celebrate the conclusion of Stranger Things without having Shannon here. Indeed, Barb's short-lived but emotionally charged storyline set the tone for the mysterious and heartfelt world of Hawkins, Indiana, and her absence sparked one of the earliest viral fan movements. Justice for Barb. Smiling humbly, Shannon responded, "Stop, but now that I'm here, it's so surreal. I was 18 when I shot the first season, and it's been like a decade. It really feels like a full-circle moment." Her eyes glimmered as she reflected on her journey from being a fresh-faced teenager stepping onto her first-ever television set to becoming a globally recognized symbol of loyalty, innocence, and tragedy. For Shannon, Stranger Things was more than a show. It was the beginning of everything. "It changed everything," she said with genuine emotion. "This was my first professional acting job. I had never been on screen before, and it really just kicked off my entire career. So I'm so grateful." The gratitude in her tone was undeniable. Before landing her breakout role in the Netflix phenomenon, Shannon Purser was just another aspiring actress from Atlanta, Georgia, trying to find her place in a vast and competitive industry. But when the world first met Barb Holland, the sweet, bookish best friend to Nancy Wheeler, in the small-town world of Stranger Things, everything changed. Despite appearing in only a few episodes, Barb's disappearance became a cultural touchstone. Fans rallied behind her, demanding answers, tributes, and justice for the character who, in many ways, represented the quiet outsider in all of us. When asked about the overwhelming love for Barb, Shannon laughed softly, still surprised by the impact after all these years. "People really cared that Barb was gone," she said. "I did not think people would care about me or remember Barb at all. That was a huge shock, but I just remember reading the scripts for Season 1 and thinking, oh, this is really cool. I hope people like it." And then the whole world loved it. Her words carried a warmth that reminded everyone of why Barb resonated so deeply. She wasn't the typical high school character often seen on screen. She was real, relatable, and flawed. A loyal friend who never quite fit into the glitzy crowd. When she met her tragic end in the eerie Upside Down, audiences mourned her as though she were a personal friend. As Shannon reflected on that time, she revealed a small regret that delighted fans. "I really wanted Barb's glasses," she admitted with a laugh, "but they wouldn't let me keep them." Her affection for the character was still alive, and even now, those signature red-framed glasses remain one of Stranger Things' most recognizable symbols. Denny Directo, clearly as much of a fan as an interviewer, teased, "Maybe now that it's over, we can ask Sean Levy or somebody if they have them lying around." Shannon chuckled, agreeing that maybe it was time for the keepsake to find its rightful owner. But for all the nostalgia and fan love, Shannon's journey since Stranger Things has been one of artistic evolution and courage. When asked what she's working on now, her eyes lit up. "I'm directing," she shared proudly. "Actually, I'm making my first movie that I wrote and directed. It's a powerful step forward, from playing one of the most mourned characters on Netflix to standing behind the camera and telling her own stories." Shannon explained that writing and directing have always been passions of hers, but it was the confidence she gained from Stranger Things that gave her the courage to pursue them. "This show taught me so much, about storytelling, about connection, and about being brave. It really opened every door for me." Her transformation mirrors the growth of Stranger Things itself. From a nostalgic 80s-inspired sci-fi mystery to a worldwide phenomenon that defined an era of streaming television. The show not only launched the careers of stars like Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, and Sadie Sink, but it also created a global community of fans who found hope and belonging through its themes of friendship, courage, and love. For Shannon, being part of that legacy is something she holds close to her heart. "It's hard to describe," she said, When you're part of something that touches so many people, it's overwhelming. I still have fans come up to me and talk about Barb, how they related to her, how they felt seen because of her. That means everything to me. As the red carpet buzzed with excitement for the highly anticipated final season, premiering November 26th on Netflix, Shannon's presence was a reminder of how it all began. The laughter, the friendships, the heartbreak, and the supernatural twists all stem from those early episodes when a missing girl and a vanished friend changed the lives of Eleven, Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and the entire town of Hawkins forever. Denny Directo summed it up perfectly. You really kicked off this whole crazy thing. Shannon smiled, a mix of nostalgia and pride washing over her. It feels amazing, she said. This show gave me my start, but it also gave me a family. I'll always be grateful for that. The conversation wasn't just about memories, it was about evolution. How a single role can alter the trajectory of a person's life. For Shannon Purser, Stranger Things was both a launchpad and a love letter to every misfit who ever felt overlooked. The success that followed, including her Emmy-nominated performance in Netflix's Sierra Burgess is a Loser and appearances in shows like Riverdale, cemented her as a talent unafraid to embrace vulnerability and authenticity. But Shannon is more than her past roles. Her upcoming directorial debut promises to showcase her creative maturity and vision, marking a new chapter in her journey from Hawkins to Hollywood. She spoke passionately about wanting to tell stories that resonate emotionally, just as Stranger Things did for her and millions of viewers. I think stories are how we connect, she said softly. They make us feel less alone. That's what I want to keep doing, telling stories that matter. As the interview wrapped up, Denny Directo thanked Shannon for stopping by. Off camera, there was a genuine sense of appreciation, not just from the crew, but from everyone in attendance who knew how iconic Barb had become. You guys didn't see off camera, Denny laughed up, but we were like, I hope she comes to talk because really Barb's iconic. Shannon smiled graciously. Thank you so much, she said, her humility shining through. In a world where fame often comes fast and fades even faster, Shannon Purser's story stands as proof that authenticity endures. Stranger Things may be ending, but the spirit of Barb Holland, loyal, brave, and unforgettable, will live on in the hearts of fans forever. And as Shannon steps into her next chapter as a filmmaker, her journey reminds us of the very message that Stranger Things has carried from the start. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your friends. Do it, no matter the cost. The night closed with applause and a sense of finality. The cast and crew of Stranger Things were saying goodbye to an era, but for Shannon Purser, it felt more like a new beginning. From Hawkins to Hollywood, her path continues to inspire. A testament to what can happen when art, heart, and destiny collide.